I'm Paula Daniels. I'm the Mayor's Senior Advisor on Food Policy, and we're here near downtown LA in the not a cornfield state park near Metabolic Studio because we've been celebrating Good Food Day. And Good Food Day is an amazing day of participation in the good food system by volunteers throughout the city. We've had 40 projects throughout the city, from Silmar to San Pedro, from Venice to East LA, and we had thousands of volunteers engaged in showing how every person can make a difference in the good food system. Everybody participates in the food system every way, in every day, right? In the food choices that they make. But the question I think for today is, can we be a good food nation instead of a fast food nation? So we have a lot of food that's available to us that's mass produced and that's fairly cheap, but is that the right kind of food that we want? There's certainly a place for every kind of food in society, but part of what today is about is making a choice for more good food. And we define good food as food that's healthy, meaning USDA nutritional guidelines, affordable to everyone, fairly produced and distributed, and sustainably grown. So when you start thinking about the choices that you make with your food dollars, if you start choosing food that's good food, it helps contribute toward a more healthy system. Our food system is so elaborate and complex, and right now we're part of a global food system, and it is what feeds us, and we're fortunate that we have this efficient system that produces a lot of food that feeds us. But if we start thinking about food on a more regional scale, it adds more resilience and diversity into the system. Right now in our food system, there are people who are left out. The food system works for a lot of people, but it doesn't work for people at the struggling ends of this system. And the struggling margins are the smaller scale farmers and the people in low-income communities or under-resourced communities. Small and mid-scale farmers get squeezed out by the global food system. It's hard for them to compete in that system. And in under-resourced communities, there are not enough stores that sell them the right kind of food at the right price, because most of the mass-produced food is subsidized in one way or the other. So it makes it cheap, it's available, and it's these economies of scale that make it more available to folks who have less money. But then they're the ones that actually need the better food, right? They're the ones who have very little money to spend on food, so they go for what's cheap, and that means it's what's mass produced, but has high calories and less nutrients. So if we can create more of a line, like a strong line, we have a line now, but it's so fragile. If we create a stronger line directly from those small and mid-scale farmers in our region and support them so they stay in business and they keep growing food as opposed to having to give up their land to development or other sorts of uses. So we can support them and bring the food more directly to people in under-resourced communities, then we've started adding more strength to the system. And we want to do that by creating market shifts. So if we have everybody caring about and voting with their food dollars for this more resilient food system, a healthier food system, then we hope that we can achieve economies of scale on that end. A food desert is a term that was coined to describe places where there may be lots of stores, but they're not stores that sell produce. They're not stores that sell healthy food. In Los Angeles, it's probably more accurate to say that we have food swamps, because there are lots of stores, they're just not selling healthy produce. They're selling things that are calorie rich but nutrient poor. There are a lot of people now who are connecting up with the land in a way that maybe a lot of us had forgotten. You know, there's a lot of pavement in Los Angeles, and it's like you see a flower bursting through a crack in a sidewalk. There's just this effort to kind of texturize and recontextualize the city so that it can embrace nature more. So there's a lot of people who want to take whatever spaces we can find that are left that haven't been paved over and start growing food there. There's something pretty magical about being able to grow something and then enjoy it in a completely sensory way, and also to have it feed you, to be able to grow your own salad. It's pretty powerful and magical and original in the true sense of the word. It's how we started, and we've moved so far away from it. So part of what all of this is about is integrating what really make sense in all of us, that we know that we're part of this system, and understanding how intimately we're a part of it and not be so removed from it because of all the boxes and cans that are around it.